1. Ha! Fooled you. I started streaming when I said 3. So, yeah. Um, but yeah. Right, I should be streaming now. You'll have to tell me what it's like. Um,
Yeah, I'm just gonna get on the.
but yeah, Total War Troy. There's another one called Total War Caveman because in one of
What
the
the fuck?
in one of the dev diary things, I think they did a stream at some point when they were talking about the new Total War Warhammer DLC,
Yeah.
and they accidentally showed the Steam library of one of the devs.
Haha.
And the thing that devs and also influencers do, well, get, is that when you're an
Hashtag.
influencer for like DLC and things like that, or for video games,
Hmm.
you don't get the retail version of a video game.
Yeah, you get something licensed to you specifically.
Yeah, you get a gift, which is a special version of the game that automatically unlocks the DLC when it's released,
Hmm.
or automatically has it like from a date before the DLC actually gets released, etc. And
Sure.
that's a
Yeah.
completely unique thing. So this guy had like a list of like Total War Britannia and then Total War Britannia. So two of them, like one's the dev version and one's the normal retail version. But then down at the bottom, there's one called Total War Caveman, which you're like, that's a that's a nice name to have. I
Wait. Just hang on. Is Total War Britannia like a sort of thing that's actually been like teased and like is gonna come out? Is that like a
Thrones
thing
of
we know about
well,
already?
Total War Britannia is Thrones of Britannia, the game that came out like last year. I mean,
I was not aware of that. Is it? I'm
it
guessing.
wasn't that good.
I'm guessing it's like early medieval, saying like pre
England,
Christianization of England, or is it like Arthurian
basically,
England or something?
basically
Yeah.
Christianization of England, but it wasn't very well received because Total War Warhammer is kind of ruining Total War, but in a
Hmm.
good way, because originally you had people. Actually, no, I'm gonna start playing the game. Like, is the
Yes. Talk and play.
yeah in the original Total Wars, you like as like, oh, I got to play as Rome, and oh, I get to play as Greece, or I get to play as Byzantium, etc., etc.
Hmm.
But it's always like you're roughly using the same units each time.
It's all basically the same. Like it's kind of amazing that it's not really paid attention to, and I always kind of found it funny
Hmm.
when I played Total War Rome, then like a little bit later medieval.
Hmm.
Um, and, and like the entire core systems are the same. There's almost no difference. It's really everything in a way feels like a reskin, just a
Yeah.
reskin with a slight shift in the stats, obviously, and how they play, but nothing like by itself instrumentally different, which
Hmm. Like
is fucking funny.
but
And you know they've been in this for years, and
hmm.
they granted they've kind of maybe I don't know if they've really got better at not doing that as much, but man, talk about fucking standardization.
Yeah, because like I mean, you got unique stuff in like Shogun Total War and things like
Mm.
that, or Attila. But for the most part, each Total War game, each faction had pretty much the same units in each individual Total
Yeah.
War game. It's just they had different skins. And the thing is, that was fine because it was historically accurate. It was trying to make a
Yeah.
historically accurate game.
Hmm.
Um, but then Warhammer comes out, and it's like, hey, here's like 8 factions. All of them have individual units. There's no crossover. All of them
Seriously.
have individual playstyles. All of them have magic. All of them have like all these crazy abilities that you can do.
Hmm.
It's all Warhammer Fantasy, and guess who really likes Warhammer Fantasy? A bunch of fucking nerds.
Fucking strategy nerds, mate.
Yeah. And then suddenly, Warhammer Total War and Warhammer Total War 2 were like the two best selling Total War games that CA has ever made because
It's surprising,
it
like.
both pleased a lot of Total War fans, angered them as well, given like some of the things that they did.
I
Like
mean, that's always gonna be the case. It's like with adaptations, you know,
with the
it's just another
removal
adaptation.
of a lot of things, though, like they removed a lot of the stuff, like the the
Hmm.
tax slider.
They definitely simplified a lot of things
Mm.
in that kind of point when they were, transitioning, I guess, between almost for like different generations of games,
Mm.
but are just
But
a few
like
years apart from the other ones.
mm. But like what was it? But it was like, hey, here's just a bunch of units there, all these factions, all completely unique. And then they
Hmm.
released Thrones of Britannia, where it's like, hey, here's what we were doing before, which is okay.
We can get away with this, right? You're
Yeah,
not too. Your expectations haven't been entirely shifted.
yeah. The problem is Thrones of Britannia is perfectly fine as a game. Like if you compared it to the previous Total War games, like I never actually played it, but I watched a few things on the people who had. It was pretty much like old Total War. Had some missing
Hmm.
stuff that they, like, presumably people presumed that they were just going to add in later. They never did. CA dropped Thrones of Britannia pretty much completely.
God, it's been so many half kind of finished. Well, not half finished, but often just like they just given up on certain games.
It's because it's just didn't do as well as Wham Total War. Like
Mm,
they have the fantasy team and they have the historicals team. Which do you think makes the most money?
yeah, exactly. The
Mm.
fantasy team right now.
Yeah. Um,
I don't know.
and they just completely dropped. Uh, they completely dropped the entirety of Thrones of Britannia within like half a year or a year of it coming out, and you're
Hmm.
like, I can understand it because oh
If it
damn,
doesn't do well, and if it's like a bit of an incomplete game, you can kind of
mm,
get them just sort of dropping it entirely.
yeah, like
Also, you are right, by the way, in the FPS and such as.
okay, right. I need to make my way back to the sewers, and I cannot remember how to get back to the sewers. So we're
Hmm.
gonna go.
Kind of a long ass journey.
It's. I'm probably gonna take this in like the longest possible way I could do this,
Of course, of course.
but
Multitasking,
I think
route
yeah,
planning is the first thing that goes out the window.
yeah, because I'm having to like concentrate, talk, and
Hmm.
play video games at the same time. It's terrible. Oh, it's a herb. Sweet.
It's like you're a vocalist that plays guitar.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm totally the same as those. I'm just as talented. Um,
It's similar kind of. Well, I mean, similar
is
skill
video
set, not the
games
same.
is video games not just the guitar of entertainment?
No,
Once.
video games are the bass guitar of entertainment. Like, they are what they are, but they can be a bit, you know, seen as kind of pathetic and weak and a bit basic.
Oh
So.
wow, bass ick. Yeah.
Uh, uh,
You like it,
uh.
eh? Ayla Mouse? You like them Ayla Mouse, don't you, lads?
Oh yeah,
Um.
giving them little A's.
Oh, this must be a door that you can go through. That's probably something that Chris goes through.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I just got the Eye of Magnus blowing up, and the bit where you have to go to Labyrinthian in the Mages Guild of Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
Um, and Sarah's around the Archmage literally just died 2 minutes ago.
Mhm.
She's just like, yeah, here's his fucking amulet. I'll go to Labyrinthian. Like, dude, the body's not even cold.
Dude. Also, here's his clothes. What? Could.
Actually, I don't think I get this quite soon.
Not
Yeah, I
yet.
get this quite
You
soon.
do get his clothes once you become the
Yeah, which in this case is, I guess, sort of justified because I'm using a lot of magic. But
Oh
I
fucking
got this,
hell!
got this
Oh
really cool
Christ!
mod that kind of ah,
Stop it!
I got this interesting mod that kind of redoes the skill trees and
Hmm.
makes some of the playstyles, if you push like heavy in one direction, like really D&D tier, like really strange. Like there's a archery ability, for example, that I haven't got yet, but it
That was the worst possible way they could have died. Okay. Fucking
yeah,
flop.
just like gave up.
I'm currently in danger mode, so and I'm not gonna heal yet because fuck it.
It's just the equivalent of being like super low on health in Left 4 Dead when everything goes weird.
Yes.
But there's an ability where you can if I'll read it out. When fighting only one enemy, hitting the target with a bow or crossbow manifests a spirit wall for 30 seconds.
Nice.
The wolf deals damage equal to 15% of your current stamina. This effect is a 30-second cooldown per target. Shit like that. Like, it's just fun and weird
Hmm.
and maybe a bit broken. Like, I have this ability that makes it so,
No,
my
this
stance.
doesn't.
Hmm?
This doesn't take me to the sewer. This takes me to the fucking orphanage. Oh. Oh wait, no.
Fuck
This
you, man.
does take me to the sewer because the sewer's inside is the bottom of the orphanage. No, no, no. Yeah. No, I do go this
Hmm.
way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
Nah. Fam. Trust.
Nah,
Trust.
nah.
What, you fucking Batman now?
No, it's like
Hey, dude. How you doing?
Mike Nolan.
I've got like shitloads of ammo. So guess who's dying? Wow, you
We
died
still burning
fast.
through the the SMG trust fund.
I'd bought some SMG stocks at one point, and they just. Oh, Moth. I locked the door when I closed it, didn't I? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, you did. You did.
The thing is, that was a cutscene thing. It wasn't an option of like, hey, you can close this if you want. No, it's like, yeah, you locked it now. It's alright.
It's yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
it's happening.
fucking Jesus. Alright, so we're going off again. Gonna go all the way back. Yay. Wasted some. I mean, I killed a zombie. I guess I'm helping rid Raccoon City of its zombie problem, which I guess wasn't really
To,
going to be a problem for much longer. But
You need to build a wall now, King.
yes,
To keep the zombies out.
it's the
If I
only
knew any
way.
subtypes of
You're
zombies in this
alive
game,
again?
I would.
Fucking kidding me.
Oh.
Oh, she's fucking come back. Oh god, why is she so fucking thick? Why did they make the zombies thick, Moth?
To cater to nerds,
We don't need
they love
thick.
that shit.
We don't need thick zombie GF.
Why not? Are you just afraid of the
Nerds are already
power?
dead inside.
You've been afraid you're gonna get attracted to a thick zombie.
Oh yeah,
Is that what it is?
I love the way her flesh just sloughs off her bones.
Just the way it peels off in the acid
Hey,
rain.
how you doing?
Asshole.
I shot her in the face and she just walked off. Oh,
What was that noise?
oh good, she's dead now. Right.
Why am I carrying? I think I'm carrying. Oh my god, I'm carrying perhaps 40 books right now.
I do the exact same thing. Like
Like
I
I've
pick
just
up all
picked up
books.
all these ones, just like, oh, that seems cool. I'll read it later. Like I've just got the fucking Mythic Dawn commentaries about
Yeah.
a billion letters. I got one
get
that just reminded me. I essentially uh not only killed this guy's son, and then later him. I also ruined his relationship with his son
mm,
by implicating him for this fake assassination plan.
no, I got a mod that makes books that I haven't read glow.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's so good because I try to collect all books when
It's nice.
when I'm playing Skyrim.
I've actually been reading a lot more than this playthrough, and gotta say,
They're
some of the
actually
writing
pretty
is
good.
really fucking good. There's
There's a very good video on that.
I read this. I started reading the the Elder Scrolls Lore subreddit,
Mm-hmm.
and it just sort of pushed me to do some more reading. And it's one of the things that was brought up on there was pretty interesting. It's the idea that you know, you get all these myths and ideas and legends and kind of things that have a place in the setting, but you also get the you get inaccurate things. You get
Mm.
things that might be only partly true or only true in a certain place. Like there's an issue. There's a few books that deal with this idea that Akatosh is the same thing as Alduin, and this one guy is just like, yeah, so you know, we know our religion. Of course, am an acolyte of Akatosh, and the whole Nords thinking Alduin is different, is wrong, and they're just being. It's like this really provincial kind of insulting kind of metropolitan like book. And
Mm.
then there's this one I just found in the library earlier where it's like the guy who's writing it is very clearly not really used to writing, and so it's all like littered with spelling errors and stuff.
Nice. Oh,
But he's actually putting out like a pretty good like smackdown, just like you know, he's black and evil. Like, do you think that'll really be Akatosh? It's like, does that look like the dragon god of time?
yeah, you fucking idiot. Like, you know the company Polygon, right?
Remind me.
They're like a gaming journalist company.
Oh right, I remember them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have this series called Unraveled, where it's hosted by this wonderful human being called Brian David Gilbert, and he basically just does really dumb but really in-depth things. Like, he did one video which was every single book in Skyrim. He read every single book and worked out which ones were actually worth reading. And it
Nice.
ended up with being like 10 or so books. And he said one of them was one that actually made him laugh. Like, genuinely laugh.
Yeah, they're actually pretty well written. They are genuinely pretty good sometimes.
Like, there's one where it's a book on lockpicking, where
Is that the locked room? Because that's amazing.
I can't.
It's one of my favorites.
I don't know, but it was basically like the first part of at the end of the book, it's like this is a book on lockpicking. If you want to learn how to lockpick, read this book. If you can't read, get someone else to read it for you. In a book written in words, so the person writing it completely forgets that, like, you know.
That's fantastic.
If the person can't read, how can they know that it's a book on lockpicking? Think about this, Dave. Think about it. It's fucking brilliant. Right, I'm gonna take that out. Right, I think I've gotten everything I can really get. I'm gonna
I'm
take
just looking through my library now. I have a lot.
handgun ammo. Take that as well. Submachine gun ammo. Yes, please.
Oh boy.
Just fucking
Just fuck me up, fam. Just fuck me up.
464 rounds of submachine gun ammo. Right, I think. Do I go further down here?
As it should be.
Wait, is it?
Oh my god, a Randall account.
Hmm?
Also, have you played the Inigo mod yet?
The what
With
mod?
Skyrim? It is. I gotta say, it's one of the best companion mods. Probably the
Mm.
only companion mod I've ever used, actually, but it's very good.
Hmm.
It's this shifty Khajiit stealth character who
Mm.
has honestly, an astonishing amount of lines for everything, including certain dungeons. Like, there's this one dungeon where this guy's experimenting on spiders and giving them like
Yes.
kind of
I've seen
magical
that.
cloaks. He's got
Mm.
fucking voice lines for that, and at some points, like there's a whole like mechanic where you can kind of sit down to talk at pubs and stuff, and just recap and things. And he fucking brings it up occasionally. It's pretty great. You even get a spell so you can teleport him, and when you're about to cast it, it's just this person whispering Inigo over and over again,
Mm.
which is great.
Right, okay. Ooh, there we go, it's unlocked. This is a suppressor for the MQ-11. Is the MQ-11 the submachine gun? Yes, it is. Sweet. Customer acts as a counterweight to greatly reduce muscle rise. Ah, sick.
Hmm.
So it both suppresses it, meaning I now have a suppressed pistol in a...
And reduces recoil.
Yes. And
Fuck yeah.
reduces, like... Oh, wait, I can open this, right? Yes, okay, good. Right. Now, do you think about 514 rounds of ammo is enough for the rest of this game?
No,
Because I think it
not
might
if you run into that spooky boss and you get scared again.
That's a good point. Oh, I got everything in that. Now I just got to go back to the control room and
Activate the rings.
I know I gotta yeet off and... Wait, is this the right way? No. No. Is it? Oh, dude, could you not? Oh, dude, just don't. It's just weird, man. You're just making it weird. Wait.
Maybe you're the one that's making it weird. Should we consider
Maybe I
that?
am the one that's making it weird, actually. You know, I never ask people that. I never ask. Maybe I'm the one making people feel awkward, and maybe I should
Like, if
just...
you ever kind of like just feel a bit like you're overestimating yourself and just like misinterpreting the situation, just stand up and say, "Hey guys, am I making this weird?" out loud.
Yeah, you know what the best thing to do when everyone's feeling awkward is just to suddenly say, "Hey, I think we need an icebreaker." That's the best thing.
Yeah, you never refer to like shit about how awkward it is, and certainly not like management speak kind of shit. Like, like it doesn't work. Sometimes things just stay awkward, and you just gotta deal with it. Okay, I'm no longer carrying 150 pounds of books, and oh my god, I still got potions to get rid of.
Potions. Potion seller.
Nobody has enough money, so it's not worth carrying this stuff.
Oh. Right.
I've just got like, I literally have like 15 diamonds in my house just sitting there.
Jesus.
I also have 14 amethysts in my inventory right
You've
now.
got-
This is the problem.
You've got 15 versions of you in your house?
Diamonds are a rated game, you know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Let's talk about the De Beers company.
Wait, hold on. That key. I haven't used all of it yet. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, wait. Let's look at the map, right? What requires the pink key that I haven't
What
used
areas
yet?
have we not finished out? You are
Exactly.
checking this. Yeah.
Sewers? Nothing. These things don't.
Gee,
I
then
can't-
shit. Fuck sewers.
I have no idea how I actually get to that door. Because that's a locked door. But I have no idea how you get to that locked door. There's supposed to be a combat knife there. Fuck, I gotta go
Knife?
back down there. I wanna know how you get there though. Ugh. Well, maybe it's actually... No, because it actually said if you go up through this cable car, you won't be able to get back.
There's no shame in checking guides if you really want to find out.
That's a good point, but
Steam guides, very useful.
that's accepting defeat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'm going... Because I don't use it, I'm going to store the spark shot for now. And some of the ammo.
Hmm.
Just so that I can take it back out when I am about to go and actually go onto the cable car.
Hmm.
Shall I kill one of those massive Mr. Blobbies? I think I can. I
Be
do
fun.
have a lot of ammo.
You got stuff for it. You know, it might be a bit messy, but you never know unless you try and find out. You know.
I'm at the point in Resident Evil where it's like I've played through the entire game now, and because I hardly ever killed anything, I have a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
Like, too much ammo.
Spray and pray, man. Have some fun. Sometimes it's nice to just waste all your stuff towards the end when you can. It's like that point in Metro when you realize I don't need to buy stuff anymore and you just use money ammo.
Yeah, especially when you're like in the final area and you're like, hey, I'm just gonna fucking ice these fools.
Just obliterate them.
And then you proceed to ice said fools. Wait a minute, did I go down the wrong... Wait, what? Hold on. Wait. I'm in here.
Oh my god. What is it with bears in this game? How can they run so fast? Granted, they're very quick, but...
Hold on. Right. joins to them. Workroom lift?
Oh my god! So I ran past the bear, and I noticed these Imperial soldiers on the road started noticing and firing, and the soldiers ran off in the direction of my dudes, and I just see 3 fireballs just coursing through the air with like sniper accuracy, and they hit the bear.
Nice. Alright.
Also, their prisoners wandering off.
How terrible. I can't flip that switch again, so I guess that wasn't like a thing where it...
Yeah.
What the fuck was that sound? Oh, Jesus.
Are you getting spooked?
It's too spoopy for me. Yeah, there's one of Mr. Blobbies.
No shame in
Much
making
ammo.
the spook.
I've got 250 rounds for the MEQ. Right, actually, let's go this way first.
For the one now?
For the MQ 11, the
The
Uzi.
hell is that?
It's the Uzi.
Ooh. Can you imagine if guns were licensed the same way that like certain intellectual properties were in like whether you can have the money to pay for saying the word? Yeah, it's not an Uzi. We couldn't afford the licensing. It's an Izu.
It's an Izu. I mean, like, you do kind of have the same thing with that. Like, you get...
Why is my horse wandering off? Are you attacking something? Where are you going?
Like, you sometimes get stuff like it going, oh yeah, this is the Kalash or something like that.
Hmm. That was also what I found funny about some of the kind of the less fortunate games that got forgotten from like the Xbox 360 era, where they just had weird naming conventions and nothing really stuck out and was like memorable.
Yeah. Oh! Fucking Jesus Christ. I forgot there's still zombies around. I got too relaxed because I'm walking around all these areas being perfectly fine because I know where all the zombies are. And then I go somewhere where I know, where I forget what the
Fucking
hell
Shadows
the
and
zombies are.
Yharnam shit.
Fucking... Oh, right. Give me my fucking knife back, you dick. God, you almost ruined it, you twat. Ugh. You disgust me. You sack of shit.
Disgusting, smelly boy.
He's a disgusting, smelly boy.
Like, they're not disgusting because they are smelly, but they're smelly and they're disgusting. Sewers, yeah. Why do they keep doing these? Like, surely sewer levels are just not tried and true. They're just tried and bored.
Wait, I'm gonna actually Google it. Can I kill these sewer things? I mean, I guess it's easy to make sewers scary.
I mean, yeah, it's a vibe saying. It's just, I don't know. What about an evil swamp or something? You know, swamps are genuinely
Is that
creepy.
not just a natural sewer?
I mean, yeah, diseases, all yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's not man-made, so it's kind of spookier. There's kind of a really interesting subtext to this stuff I'm studying for my dissertation right now about basically there's a point when the Viking raids kind of had a lull in the kind of the 890s when King Alfred managed to like beat them back a little bit after Mercia was taken, and they had this big kind of settlement where they established a frontier, and this is after like Alfred himself in the 870s spent about 3 years hiding out in East Anglia, which he wrote about, and later on in the Chronicle about how much he hated it essentially. And one of the stipulations of the like where they could go for the treaty was yeah, it has to be mainly the East Anglia area and like Eastern Mercia. You're just like, yeah, yeah, in this place that I hate, you can have it. It's yours now. Fuck you. That's your treaty. I like how the water stains are happening on the shirt.
Hmm. Oh, that was quick. That didn't even cost me 50 rounds.
Well, there you go. You can wipe them all out. Have a little
Doesn't-
bit of
Oh, it doesn't drop
dust
anything.
control.
Fuck you, dude. I don't think it respawns though, so that's good, I guess.
Be kind of bullshit if that's something like that did.
And yeah, I don't think any of the zombies respawn. I just forget that I had to leave some of them alive and shit myself when I turn a corner and they're there. I'm genuinely annoyed at myself for getting scared at that though, because it was just a zombie just turned a corner like, hey,
Hey man, game's doing its job.
fuck off, dude. Nobody likes you. You smell.
Oh, there's blood everywhere. That's not good. Fucking this adventurer who died near these Draga looks like a fucking used car dealership dude. He was like in denial about his wrinkles.
Oh. Wait. I'll make it. He said, is one of the. Wait. Oh, wait.
Hmm?
I might be being a tit.
Maybe.
Because this area. Actually, no, it's got submachine gun ammo. Does Leon get the submachine gun? I'm not sure. Because I think that might be a gun that Claire gets. Right. To lower waterway access. I think the lower waterway is a thing you can only access if you're playing as Leon. Okay. Well, I did get some more items out of it, so I guess...
Yeah. And you learned an important lesson. I don't know what that lesson is.
something cool.
No, lessons are never cool. They're always practical but boring.
Totally.
Something you probably knew already but didn't want to admit.
Yeah, and then
Didn't
you
want
get
to think
like
about.
a...
Oh! Oh! The floor fell out.
Oh.
And luckily the spike pit is filled with water, so I can't. Thank you, Ravages of Time. You have saved me once again.
Just showed that there's like an electronic part thing. What? Where's that? Where do any of these come up? What? Oh, is it because...
What's you thinking?
For some reason it still shows this plug socket as a thing I can plug into. That's kind of weird. That's just the game fucking with me though. I think I can't actually do anything else now. I mean, I
Oh,
could
really?
try, and I'm sure there
Anything,
is.
I mean, is there anything, like any areas or anything to come up that might give you stuff to, unlock these areas or
No,
change
because
things somehow?
you get a little tick next to a key item once you've used it the maximum amount of times. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh wait, did I
What?
actually... Right, no, check in here, Oliver. Did you pick it back up again? Oh fuck
Did you
me.
leave a key behind?
I left a key in one of the things. Fucking Jesus. Oh my god. Right.
Know what you gotta do?
Which way is it? Which way do I go?
Gotta go back. I will be right back. I have to go check my washing.
Oh, okay.
Or my drying, even.
Ooh. Is this the right way? No. Is it? Shit. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Je return.
Mon ami, je suis omelette de fromage.
Do you actually though?
Hmm?
Do you actually though?
am. I am the cheese omelette.
Mate, je suis. I thought that was
Je
I
suis omelette
have.
du fromage. No, I
But
am.
je m'appelle was I. Never mind. And yes, it's in French.
Je m'appelle is my name is.
Right, yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when you have a fuck, what's the term for from Sunderland? It's like a M something. It sounds weird. It's what happens when you have a Sunderland French teacher.
I found the locked door. For
Yeah?
that key. Yeah. Thankfully, I'm quite close near. I'm quite close near. Yes, I'm very good at the English.
Congratulations, though, you found it.
Yeah. It. I looked up. It was like, hey, it unlocks a thing next to, in the bloody, basement of the police station. And I looked at the basement of the police station, and lo and behold, there is a fucking thing that way.
Oh,
How do
you
I
found
get-
it at least.
How do I get to the basement from here? Fuck. I don't know.
think that-
where
Hmm?
it is. I don't know. I can never remember where any of the actual things are. How do I get down?
Big fucking map, lad.
Big fucking heroes.
Fucking huge, mate. Fucking bigger than Joey Essex's cock.
It's not that. That's not much praise, really.
Haven't seen it personally.
Oh yeah, because I totally have. Yeah.
You know the penis sizes of all the penis-bearing people of Jersey Shore.
Yes. Yes.
Fucking Essex Shore. What the fuck it's called? The only way is Essex. Yeah, I know what these cultural signifiers mean.
Yeah. Yeah. You're one of the cool kids. Totally.
Mhm.
You know, it's actually kind of nice being able to run through here with nary a worry. And
Yeah,
then
yeah. It's like,
subsequently shitting yourself when you turn a
remember this
corner
place
and
I was
it's a taxi.
terrified in?
Yeah. You know, first I was afraid, I was petrified.
Mhm. Mhm. If I knew more lyrics, I would follow that up.
Down all these fucking stairs. Wait, not down these fucking stairs. That's the wrong way. No. Do you love this top tier fucking commentary at the moment?
It's fantastic. It's
fantastic.
fantastic.
I always fucking hate this room because it's so full of stuff that, like, I would be scared if I turned a corner and was staring at me.
Mhm.
Just all these fucking taxidermy. Rain.
Because that's like what you have in like police stations, just bunches of
Shits of taxidermy.
old tat.
Yeah, 'cause
Like, hey,
it's-
hey, Sarge, look what I found. I found the original Ku Klux Klan membership robes of this station. Look, it's even got the police kind of badge on it. How cool that is.
Ah, yeah, that's crazy, dude. I wonder where that came from. Right, now, thing is, there is one problem with going through here.
Mhm.
There's
That's scary.
a licky boy.
There's a what?
A liquor.
There's a what?
There's a bottle of alcohol somewhere around here.
Yeah.
It wants some of me.
Raccoon City, alcohol to link you.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, are you kidding me? This is a door that I'm not supposed to come through unless I'm Leon.
Was that the door you thought it was, or you just go the wrong way?
Yeah, it was a locked door, and I'm like, oh shit, hey, it's just some zombies here.
Ooh.
Guys. But yeah, I thought it would be this door. Because it... unlocks the door at the outside area of the firing range. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of fucking... What? 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 Right.
I'm reading this journal from this guy. I'm investigating the Golda quest with the amulet. 3 parts.
Yes, yeah.
I'm reading the journal of the guy. He's like he's on this ship, and he's just like getting bothered by everyone. He's like, maybe I can make these guys work for me or something. And it jumps ahead, and he's there, and he's investigating it. And big fucking mood. Little has changed since my first expedition 10 years ago, but this time I have the claw. So he literally just like, what? Oh no, I didn't have this quest item. I have to come back in 3 years when I have it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Thank you. You have a button for continue without supporting us. Thank you. No, these are just... Right, people are fucking retarded, right? I
I'm
want
looking at guides.
the use, the doors that you use the keys on. All I'm finding is like, hey, here's the location for the diamond key. Like, I don't give a
Looking
shit.
at a wiki or something?
Yeah, I'm looking up on wikis. This is just a
What do you mean
locked door.
fandom? Fucking hate that rebrand. I'm still angry about that rebrand in 2016.
Yeah.
They didn't actually change. I actually looked it up because I care about wikis that much. And they didn't change the domain name in Wikia until 2018, 2 years after the switch.
Nice.
Which also proves again that everything went wrong in 2016. What the fuck is an ego?
Yeah, there's no doors that I can find that have the...
Not a single dwarf.
Yeah.
There's no dwarves in Resident Evil. Why the fuck would you even play that then?
'Cause Claire's an elf.
Yeah, close enough.
You saying an elf is close enough for a door?
They're all bloody non-humans, aren't they?
Yeah, good point. Right, so I've gotten...
Fucking what? Murder?
Yeah. Murder. It's gotta be... Yeah,
Judas, no!
I've looked it up and I found like the thing that states like the 3 doors that the key opens, and the other 2 I definitely have because
Okay.
I've been in them and I have them. They come up as blue on my words on my
Your HUD? Your map?
on my map. Yeah, that's a locked door as well. Maybe I'll go try that. I'll go check that out. But also, it does say that electronic lock will not open unless powered.
Okay.
So I guess I might need to turn on the power. Wait, I'm gonna Google it. Wait.
Yeah.
Electronic lock will not open unless powered. RE2.
Okay, we got hawk, dolphin, snake, snack.
Oh no, that says Leon. Oh, so this is a Leon door. Alright, fine. to see me fuck up this Lictor. Lictor?
I'm
Licker.
waiting for it.
Yeah, well,
Little by little, we are thinning the swarm.
I shot him in the bum and he died.
Say again?
I shot him in the bum and he died. This is the greatest video game in all of existence. He's also
So
in...
seamless.
Holy shit, oh my god, that's the worst position he could have died in.
It's like, hey, what's up?
Hey,
Am I spooking you?
do you want me to lick you? Or should you lick me?
Hey, do you want to crush some cranberries on your chest and lick them off?
I think I'm okay, dude. Wow, these things just fucking melt before me. I am a god of death.
10 seconds there, I get spooked by like a can falling over.
Yes, a can will fall over and I will shit myself, but, you know, right now, I am become death.
Invincible.
Yes.
Oppenheimer was a little bitch. Watch this. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the lights went out when the Draugr popped out.
Mm-hmm. Ah, this is the morgue.
Oh. Didn't notice, but the door's sealed behind me. That's why I'm not getting any help.
Yeah, don't get the crank because... Ah, dude, I was gonna leave you in there, but fine.
What the hell is up with you?
My thoughts exactly, Claire.
Oh, is that Nick again?
Boys is still up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm having trouble
Hey
trying
Nick,
to
how are you?
find...
Hello.
I'm having trouble trying to find, like, this one door.
My knee is gonna be a sore motherfucker tomorrow.
Oh no.
Where is
Why?
it?
I slammed it into something at work today, and it was fun for a while.
Oh, I found it.
Now I can feel like as I'm walking by, I've got a little bit of pain there. It'll probably be worse tomorrow, and then the next day it'll be like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like I have to deal with this for 2 days or so.
Once I found the door, it was...
Or I've ruined my knee.
Yeah, you just don't think about that, because if you do, it happens. And then we lose the
No,
complaint.
not quite. I'm a hypochondriac. I'll just forever
Oh.
worry, but I'll never get it.
Yeah.
But my fear recycles, so I never have it for long enough where I have what I actually think I have.
That's pretty good.
Like, you know, soon I'll think I'm like, oh god, am I gonna have an aneurysm? And then after that I'll be like, oh god, I got bitten by a mosquito. I'm gonna die of
like-
West.
It's like just the whole time like, oh, thank God I'm thinking about these things separately and not cumulatively.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die of AIDS and this and triple E. And poverty when I'm older. That's one of my fears.
Partying as an old person? I reckon partying as an old person would be great. You know what you like. And over the years, all the people you just don't want to fucking put up with the bullshit, you just fade it from your life so you're left with the core of the OG crew, whoever that it might have been for your life.
Fair enough. Moth, my knee hurts.
Aww,
That is my response.
that's alright.
You know, I learned today. I already told Kane this. I was reading this morning, and it turns out Roland, the Dark Tower guy,
Yep.
has really bad arthritis.
Relatable.
Yep.
Same.
small little things, you know, just don't work.
He he realizes that within a year he'll be fucking useless.
Mm.
It's rough.
And he's thinking like, I'll have them fucking drag me to the tower because I'm getting there. And because of that, they call it the dry twist. Like, it's the kind that takes you in about a year, and then you're just fucked. Like, you
Yeah.
can't do anything.
That's the realist kind of subtle horror.
Yeah,
Just
but
it's
also,
it's
I
not
came to a
just
realization.
it's not
Sorry, go
things
ahead.
kind of it's not things not working out or dying or something. It's you not being able to function because of simple bodily feelings.
Oh, dude. Yep, well, that's the thing, is like fucking, oh, Lou Gehrig's disease is also one of my top fears.
What's that?
ALS.
Never. I'm not quite sure.
So, remember the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Yeah, although I never really.
That was it. That was for, to fund research for ALS. And ALS is, oh, basically your body just slowly stops working. And you're just paralyzed.
Is it like neurological or?
Yep. It's a brain thing. And,
That's rough. That's fucking rough.
yep. And you just stop, and eventually, you can't breathe, you can't do anything. There's a
hell.
character in Scrubs who had it, and I remember this very well because Elliot knew she planned on killing herself, but didn't say anything because she's like, I'm going to die entombed in my own body, and I don't want to get to that point.
Yeah. No.
So she didn't say anything, even though she knew she planned on doing it. Yeah, it was a rough one.
Hmm. You're right, Kane.
Yeah, just I found a roll
Kane
of
just
film.
found out he had ALS.
No, I
Too soon.
found a roll of film, right? And it was like, hey, here's that code for that padlock you've been looking for the entire fucking game.
Hey, you found it now.
Yeah, I found it
That's
now.
all that matters.
That's all that matters. I guess. Now is it on this level? Yes.
I've also come to the realization that I'm pretty sure every character that's not Roland in the main series of characters is going to die. Because it's right in front of me. Because one, at some point he gets a vision saying that he's gonna have to kill all of his friends at some point, but it has nothing to do with them at that point. He doesn't even know they exist.
Hmm.
And he ends up killing the friends he has at the time. And also,
As you do.
yeah, it was an accident. I think one he literally accidentally shot his friend, and the other one, I think he feels guilty about leading him into a fight that he died in. But anyway, all of the
No, this is
illustrations.
this is some pretty good psychological realism by the sound of it.
Mhm. Oh, dude, yeah, I love these fucking books. And what was I saying? Oh, all the artwork of Roland actually at the tower, he is alone.
Which can mean other things. It can be kind of a bait and switch, I guess, to some extent.
Well, Eddie desperately wants to see it, so why isn't he there?
He's never going to see it then. It's going to be some tragic thing where he either dies or turns back from it, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, there's no way he'll turn back. He's even, he said, "Oh, literally, I'm in it. Even if my wife dies, on this journey, I'm in it. I'll be here to see the tower. I don't care. That's what I want." Because they see.
Fucking hell, man.
No, Eddie, being a heroin addict when he was younger, recognizes that Roland has all the symptoms of that. It's just with the Dark Tower. He's obsessed with it.
Hmm.
And once Eddie sees, he has a dream where he's in the field of roses that leads to the tower, and he sees the tower. He's like, I fucking get it now. words. They've come the closest that they have. They've seen Earth's representation of the tower that rose.
Oh, okay.
And they're all like, this is the fucking most magnificent thing we've ever seen.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the only person who didn't see it was Susanna. But that's because she had a split personality inside of her that didn't want to be seen.
Hmm. Out of curiosity,
Oh,
how far into the series right now?
I am in the last third, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
starting the last third. I'm like 320 something pages into the 5th book,
Hmm.
which has another 600 or so.
Very nice.
And then the next one is fucking, thank God, only 544.
Makes a difference.
And the longest is the last one. But that's the thing is,
Sorry,
it's
say
not
again, I
like
missed
the longest would be the last one.
that. Hmm.
The Dark
The last
Tower,
one,
colon.
let's allow that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. It doesn't seem that way because, like, the version I have only has like 792 pages, but formatted. If they were all formatted that way, they would be shorter books.
Yeah.
But I guess they still are shorter books because I'd be able to read them faster because the words are much bigger. And the pages are much fucking less wide,
Hmm.
much thinner.
Yeah.
Because the last one's a
Kind of have
fucking
to do that,
like,
really.
it's a powerhouse. It's got a smaller page count, but it is a much larger looking book.
That's the thing, though.
And I think that's
If you raise, I mean, it's the trade-off, right? I mean, publishing is like publishing books is pretty expensive, and even with something like that, they have to kind of cut costs where they can. So they're thinning out the pages, changing kind of the nature of the cover.
Yeah.
Maybe you put the money into the cover, so it's like strong and keeps together, and then you like have to rationalize against like formatting. It's like this. I did like a bit of it at uni in this course about editing, and dude, there's so fucking much to it. It's fucking wild. It's such an amazingly like hyper specialized like profession that's like really important into like the making of how books like actually get to the page. It's cool. But yeah, that's third. That's gonna get sad. It's gonna get mad. It's gonna get interesting, I guess.
yeah. You didn't have to cut right back into that. I muted myself so I didn't so you didn't hear you through my thing.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's really interesting. I don't know. It's straight. There's a lot of shit that goes into that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Although, the Dark Tower series he maintains is kind of unedited. He actually wants to go back and revise every single one of them and re-release them.
That's like a decade at least of work. Like, because you'd have to just
Oh yeah.
reprise each. If you're gonna reprise like multiple bits, you're reprising other books. So are you gonna have like a fucking Always Sunny like Charlie kind of like chart of like things pointing to other things, like arrows and
Yeah, right. If you look up a map, if you look
Yeah.
up a map of the Stephen King multiverse, that's what it looks like.
Not surprised.
Like it's wild.
Whale, snake.
Fucking the one I'm reading now, the 5th one, was it's obviously it's a direct sequel to the 4th one, but it's also acts pretty much as a direct sequel to Salem's Lot as well, which is awesome.
Oh, very nice.
Because there's a character shows up. He's a big part of Wolves of the Gala, and you find